lady CJ, tunamjua kama CJ but anaitwa Jane Wanja. So CJ ameenda majuu kutafutia familia, I can say. She sacrificed sababu ya her son and I can say his husband, then husband. So CJ, uko majuu, unatafuta mzai umpigie, hapatikani.
Yeah.
Tupeleke kutoka hapo.
Okay, so ikakuwa life, ikakuwa hivyo, nikazoea kutokupatikana. On the other hand, I had a job to keep. Na that is not my job, so I was employed. At the end of the day, I have to do my duties to make my employer happy. So life continued like that. Silent. He never said a word. I never reached him until when I was almost coming back to the country. That is the time he called me. He reached unto me. While I was there, I was even calling my parents, my family back at home. And they told me they didn't see him since the time I left.
Okay, CJ, asa nikukate. According not to your understanding, mtu labda alikuwa anafanya hivi kukupeleka majuu ndio mkat marriage, ama wewe una understand aje?
Okay.
What was the reason of you taking you there as you reflect?
Okay, according to me, I wouldn't say that because in the situation that I left, it wasn't good. It wasn't something to laugh about. So deep down my heart, I knew I had no option after all. One of us had to take in and do something. So, okay, I still had hope. I was praying for him. I was telling God to touch his heart, his soul, his mind. Keep him safe until the day I'm back. And may God just change his life, give him a good job. There was one thing I was trying to hold on and hope to. I was thinking that maybe he's a man, him leaving the job, maybe he regrets, and seeing the repercussions and everything we've gone through. So I was thinking to myself, maybe he's feeling shy. Okay, maybe he's feeling less of a man. That's why he's staying away. I had so many unanswered questions in my head. But there's no single day I made a decision to move on from him. It is marriage, guys. It wasn't a relationship. Yeah, it wasn't a girlfriend and boyfriend thing. It was a marriage. And we have even a baby together. So I was in till the end. And I kept praying. I kept pushing on with prayers. I prayed and prayed. And most of the times when I could get a chance to be free, I will watch helpful things through my YouTube. Yeah, things that will encourage me, motivate me, good songs that will give me the comfort. And I was looking forward to some people.
Back at work,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was looking like people who have gone through a lot in life, people who have stories to tell, people who the world has judged harshly. So I was keeping myself moving, and God held me all through this time.
How long did you stay there?
Okay, I will say I stayed 2.5 years, almost 3 years. That is the time I stayed. And before I came back, like 3 to 4 months before me coming back, he started reaching out. He started calling me. He had an explanation to give. So that is the time.
You, if you don't mind.
Okay, he told me the moment I left, he moved out from the place we were living. He couldn't keep up with the rent and the debts. And when I went there, guys, the first 3 months, I had no salary. I was under training, so I had no money. I had no nothing at the first 3 months. So there's nothing he could do to keep the house. He had to leave and go back to his grandparents' village to stay there and try to pick up the pieces. And so the reason why, okay, according to him, I wouldn't judge. Yeah, I wouldn't judge. I'm not God. According to him, he said he felt less of a man. He couldn't just come bare hands to his only son, the firstborn, a very young marriage, to the in-laws, to my friends, to his friends. So he was disappointed. It reached a point, I think he gave up. So he decided to leave. That's the explanation he gave me.
Now you're back.
Yeah, so I came back. And before I came back, I prayed. And I told God, just give him a chance to work again. Even if he left his job, no matter the reason, be it pride, be it anything, God is a merciful God, and I believe in second chances of God. So God gave him what he wanted the most. He got a job in a company here in Nairobi. I wouldn't mention the name. And he was a driver for the big cars. People call them trailers. So, he started going in and out of the country. Yeah, so that's what happened. That's what I found him doing when I came back.
So when you came back, you went to his place, or you came back to your mom?
Okay, in the first place, I didn't know where to go because I didn't even know if we still had a place. So I came back to my mom, and that's where I left our son. And it's a baby I left. I've not seen for so long. The only time, 2.5. The only time I could see my child is through video calls, just through pictures. He doesn't even recognize I'm the mom. And it's the hardest feeling one can ever feel.
Sure.
It's the most painful part, starting to explain to your own child, I'm your mother, I left, and he's so young, he doesn't even understand. Yeah, so I came back. I had to come straight to my mom's place. And I requested them to bring my son to the airport. I think he was the first thing I wanted to see. Yeah. After everything I've gone through, he's the first thing and the first person I wanted to see. So, and the dad at that time, he had traveled to, I think, Congo. Yeah, he had gone there for job purposes. So he wasn't around on my coming back date. But we had spoken.
So he had told you not to be around?
Yeah, he told me.
So after now tell me life in Nairobi. Now you have come, you have to recollect yourself. You are contemplating between marriage and singlehood, because by then you are not sure, right?
Yeah.
So now take us through the process.
Okay, I came back. I stayed for a week without seeing him. And then he came back to the country. We met, we went out together with our son, and we had a family time talking. And I was trying by then to fight to get my son's love back, because he did not recognize me. I left him when I was so young. So he was trying while I was trying. So we were both trying. So we talked, and by then I didn't even know where my man lives anymore, because he did not take me to a place he lives. I don't even think he was ready. When I came back, I just don't know what happened, because he had no place, according to him. So I continued. First of all, I took a pause to stay with my parents. I managed to open a business. Well, I was still waiting for us to reunite again as a family, back to our home, back to normal, back to the way everything was. So yeah, that was my prayer, that was my thinking, that was my hope. But unfortunately, things did not work. It's like we went back to being girlfriend and boyfriend.
You started dating.
Yeah, so we would meet. It's like we are refreshing everything. We would meet, go out, go to dates. This is a man I lived with in the same house. He was a man I left behind as my husband, but I think when I came back, things changed. He kept on telling me, give me time. I don't know what time he wanted. I just don't know. Maybe he was trying to figure things out, or maybe something else. Yeah, so on our dating and everything and going out, this is my man. I'm his woman, at
How
least
did
when
you
I
feel?
left.
How are you feeling?
Okay, it was so hard for me and painful. I had so many questions.
Why is he
I was
doing this?
asking God so many questions. I didn't even go out to have fun. I didn't go out because I liked it. I didn't even go out to chase my career, my goals. I went out first of all to hard labor, hard work, and so many things, and so many tears I had to shed, and so many prayers. So I had so many questions, and I think I had a lot of bitterness, but still, I never lost hope. Yeah, I was still, I thought everything would be fine, and I still was fighting for us to be a whole family. So during this process, again, I got my second born. I was pregnant with my second child. Now that's where everything went wrong. Again. So I had to shift, look for a place to stay, try to fix life on my own. I was giving up, I won't lie, but still I was holding on. I was just in the midst of nowhere, not knowing anything. So when he discovered I'm pregnant, we started quarreling, we started fighting.
Why?
I don't know,
He
maybe,
didn't want the
okay,
pregnancy.
maybe he never expected that. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he had different plans. I wouldn't know for sure because I just couldn't read his mind anymore. Coming back, I found he's a changed man. He wasn't drinking. I found him drinking. You see, he wasn't the type to yell and shout, and he had become all that. So I wouldn't read his mind anymore. So now I'm here,
You're
pregnant with the second baby. We are fighting. We are having struggles. We are having fights. I had to make another harsh decision for another time again in my life. So I decided to shift, start life on my own, try to keep up with the business. And here I'm pregnant. And I fell very sick. I don't know if it's depression or maybe it's just something in my body was wrong. I became very sick during my pregnancy. And so I couldn't manage my job anymore. I couldn't work. And I had no one to help me. So I think my job collapsed. Because now, okay, I opened a beauty shop. I love, until to date, I love dealing with beauty, cosmetics, and things like those. So I had one, I opened. But now I was getting sick, getting tired. I am here. I think women will understand what I'm saying. Not all the pregnancies are the same. Some of them come with challenges. There are some people who are bedridden until their last day to give birth. So I think I had a situation I couldn't control. I'm sick due to the pregnancy. I'm having stress. I'm having depression. I had a friend back then. I trusted my job with my friend. So I requested he should take care of my job. As on the other hand, I'm battling up with my sickness and keeping up with the pregnancy. I never even wanted to lose that child at first. So I was trying everything in the stress in life. And the last thing my friend did to me was steal all my money. Yeah, and he squandered my job. So I was left just like that with no one, no job, no nothing. Back to square one. So I think to some point, I started telling myself maybe God is punishing me. Maybe there is something wrong I did. Maybe I just don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong person to live in this world. So many things. But I had hope in God. All this while, my life, I dedicate my hope to God. That's why I'm so strong. I keep moving despite everything, and I smile every day. Yeah.
So now you're pregnant. How was your husband's reaction after realizing that you have a place of your own? Did he consider maybe to chip in, do something? Maybe did he even consider like you should come together and raise your family together?
Okay, according to him, he didn't what came straight to me, he didn't want me to keep the pregnancy.
He wanted you to abort it?
Yeah. So the moment I decided, no, I can't abort my child. He's still the same child as the same one I got before I left. And even if it was to be different, I couldn't do that, you see. So I think he decided to stay away and keep off. So I was alone.
For good.
Yes,
now.
for good. He doesn't talk. He doesn't respond. He doesn't pick my calls. And he made it clear to me he wants nothing to do with me. So there was nothing else left for me to do, just that to pick the pieces and fight for a place of my kids in this world, in this country of ours, and in the midst of everything.
Yeah.
So I had to come out boldly, fight, try everything. So that was, okay, it was something that was not so good, and it was a burden, and it was a struggle, and it was so painful.
So up to date, he never talks to you?
We don't talk, but how will I explain this? We don't talk, but recently it was our son's birthday.
Now, the firstborn or the lastborn?
The firstborn and the lastborn too. Okay, the firstborn, his birthday is December. I'm lucky, a good month. And the secondborn, his birthday is August. So both of them, the birthdays had passed. The secondborn with months and the other one with a few days, and he called. And he told me he wished that he could be there, but he's not there. And I think he was talking like a regretting person. So he had no words to explain himself. I did not yell, I did not fight, I did not abuse him. I just told him it's okay. God has been there for us, and the kids are still growing up.
Okay, I think this is a bit personal, but ningependa maybe we look for him, if you don't mind. Do you still have his number?
No, I didn't keep his contacts. Actually, when he called, he had to explain, I am so and so. Me, I recognized from the voice. So he was explaining himself. But even still, after his call, I didn't see the need to keep his number.
So, okay, me, I feel like I should look for him, but obviously lazima wewe uniruhusu, and as I look for him, lazima nijue like what exactly do you want from him. Maybe you want child support, or maybe you want your marriage back. So what do you want now? If I look for him, what do you want me to tell him? Because I promise you I must look for him.
Okay. Even if you're going to look for him, I don't want to sound rude or to sound in a bad way. I don't think actually, me myself personally, I would want anything. Because all this while, I have fought and struggled. He was nowhere. Leave alone him. The grandparent, because my kids have only one grandparent from him. The father, when I started dating him, the father had already passed on. So he was raised with the mother. From the beginning, she wanted nothing to do with me. Until date, she doesn't even know her grandsons, which color they take, how they look, what they feed. Nothing at all. And with him, okay, I will not pass the judgment to him. As for me personally, I don't even think I will want anything to do with him, either support or marriage. And I'm not talking out of pride, because all this while God has kept us going. And I don't want to live a life of bitterness and regret. And I don't want to do something that I know my heart won't be happy doing it. Because he broke us, he left us, and we have struggled together. It's me and my boys in our world. So even if you were to look for him, okay, I don't think I would really want him to be in my life and part of my life. But if he wishes in life to be part of his son's life, or the son's life, I will not fight with that. And one thing until to date, I've never, ever, I wish they were here, my boys, they will tell you, I've never even sat down with them and told them that their dad is bad, their dad is this, he left us and everything. No. I keep telling them being a dad is a wonderful thing, and maybe one day you'll get a chance to see your own dad. So if he so wishes to meet the children, be part of their life, I will. Who am I to say no? I wouldn't. But as for me and my life, no, I don't think so.
Okay, CJ. So are you okay with me looking for him?
It's okay.
Okay, unajua it's good for our viewers wasikie you've given me the go ahead. Isikue ati Ngina ameanza kierere kwa show. You understand? Unajua pale comments zinakuangaza ujinga sana.
I know.
But now that you've given me the go ahead, I don't care about the comments. Okay. I'll try look for him and I'll be so specific with what you want. You don't need his support, you don't need him back, but if at all he feels inside him that I need to stretch my hands because of my sons, not CJ, then he's given that chance, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, thank you for that. What message you have for the single moms out here?
Okay, I will tell them, despite everyone living their life, despite everyone not being there and the challenges they've gone through, I will tell them there is a shield, there is God in heaven. Because I think everything that I went through in the midst of darkness and silence, God never left my hand. He walked through with me. I faced a lot. Even after that, I still had hope. I never took it upon me with the bitterness that people say all men are the same. I still wished well for people who wanted to start relationship and hoped for marriages, and I'm still advocating for that because I know our destinies are different. People are different in this life, and I believe everything that comes to you single moms, and to everyone suffering out there, it has an answer, and in every situation you're passing through, it has a reason.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. As we finish, what message do you have for your baby daddies? Baby daddy.
Okay, baby daddy, I wish him well in his life.
You can look at the camera.
If wherever you are, you want to get married again or have kids, I have no problem with that. I wish you well from the bottom of my heart. I hold no grudge, no bitterness. Oh, okay, it took me a while to let go of the bitterness and the grudge, but I would say God helped me a lot. Going to church, worshiping the Lord, and being a prayerful mom. So at some point, I learned how to let go of all that. I wish you well. And if you ever feel like you want to be part of your son's life, I can't deny you that. And I have no right to deny them the right to be close to their father.
Okay,
yeah.
CJ, thank you for your time. Thank you for allowing the NGINAH show into your place.
Thank you.
I'm so much humbled. Before we wind up, you seeing someone, maybe pale kwa comment section kuna mwenye atasema huo dem ni keki nini, you know, mark your territories.
Okay. First of all, I will take this opportunity to thank you personally. It's a privilege and an honor for you to have me in your show. I thank you. And mothers out there, actually single moms, we have no platform, and we have no place to share our hearts, to share our sorrows, our cries. But I want to tell you, there is a young lady here working so hard for that, and may God lift you and your show. I hope in due time you'll fly high.
Ooh,
with all this.
I'm so humble.
Yeah, that is prophetic, I would say.
And I receive it.
And for me being single, engaged, or seeing someone, I'd rather keep that private for now.
Why?
I'd rather keep it that way. Maybe let me keep it private.
Okay, guys, thank you for your time. If you are a returning subscriber, I'm really humbled. I'm doing all this because of you guys. Until we meet on another video, bye for now. And before I wind up, by the way, if you are a single mom out there, nimesema hii platform for a while, I'll be sharing it with the single moms. You can reach me, you can DM me on what's my DM, what's my Instagram name, on NGINAH'S. The title is the NGINAH Show. I think mtanipata pale. I'm so open. Come share with me your story, and I'll be freely willing to listen to you, willing to assist you whenever place I'll be able to. I think that's it for today.